Hi, Christina here, and today I'm going to give you a look at and a review of Apologia's Exploring Creation with Botany. This is part of the Young Explorers series. Now, if you've seen my reviews before on Apologia, we have used the notebook and the junior notebook, but this year, because we're spending so much time on history, geography, and social studies, I wanted to go a little lighter on the science, and so I ended up just making these folders for the kids. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'll give you a look at what the book looks like from Apologia, as well as how we put it together, and then I'll come back and I'll share my thoughts with you. So here's a look at the book. It is a hardcover book. I'll just kind of go through and show you what is inside. So there's a textbook. There's also the notebook journal and the junior version, which you can buy, the audiobook, and a field trip journal as well. So other products you can buy. The scientific speculation sheet, it does give you permission to photocopy this, or there is a place you can actually print it from online as well, that you're going to need this sheet as you go through. So for the introduction, it just kind of tells you about it, the course, lesson increments, narrations, answers to narrative questions, notebooks, demonstrations of projects, term projects, Latin root words, course website. So in here, I've just covered it here. There is a password that when you go to the website, you enter that and you have access to a number of printables, as well as recommended some videos and information for each lesson that you do. Then it has here what you need for each lesson, a breakdown of it, and then it goes through detail about the lesson. So it gives you everything that's included, the page numbers. There's really 12 lessons, and the 13th one on nature journaling is a little bit different. So in the lessons themselves, there's reading, there is bolded words for vocabulary, there's different sections, and then they also have these what do you remember sections for narration, notebook activities, see another activity here. So there's pictures, project, notebook activity, what do you remember? This one has quite a few project ideas that you can do. So there's a look at kind of one chapter of it, or one lesson. And again, there's 13 lessons, or 12 plus the notebook, nature notebook at the end. So you can kind of see what that looks like. It is, at the back there's the index. There's also answers to the narration questions, so what do you remember? So it's about 170 pages for the book. So there you go. So this is what we did for science this year. I just had these folders or duotangs, and I went ahead and set up like lined piece of paper and then a white piece of paper. And so the kids wrote notes as we went along, because that's something they've been working on this year, and then they did a picture or they attach something. Sometimes I ask them to draw something. Sometimes they just drew their own thing. Sometimes we use the printable sheets from the website. Let's see here. And we did some experiments as well, so they have their speculation sheet. This is my 10-year-old, my 5th grader's book. So like where you took apart a flower and did the different parts there. Just kind of give you a quick view. So I think like here's one he drew, and then here is one that we printed. And that's just how we did science. My 4-year-old just listened. Sometimes she drew. She did not have a book this year. So we just did that. This is my 3rd grader, sorry. And he is 8. So you can kind of see that. And then this one here is my 2nd grader, who is 7. So what I did with him was he didn't write notes, but we went back after we were done reading, and he would tell me kind of a main point from each section, and then I would write it down for him. So I did his notes. He still did the coloring and such as well. Different layers, things like that. So that's how we set it up. Just super, super simple for this year. different types of leaves. So there you go. So overall, we really did enjoy this book. I certainly learned a lot. It can seem a bit heavy at times, but it works really well for multiple children to do this family school style, as well as it's very, very thorough. Now, I had planned to add some extra things on to the end of this because it is kind of a shorter book, but winter just does not want to seem to end this year. It is April, it's well below zero, and there's still a lot of snow on the ground. So that's kind of been delayed, unfortunately. But there are a lot of different things you can add in. If you do live in a winter climate, I would suggest considering that when you're going to do this course. Perhaps it's better to start in the spring, go through the summer, and end in the fall time. Something to think about. Now, if you have any questions or I've missed anything, please leave them in the comments down below and I will try and answer them for you. But otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Take care.